If you're a noob like me, and this is your probably like first time installing Crouton, one quick answer, question that I'll answer is, what version of Crouton are you running? If you go to the GitHub website for Crouton, DN Schneid actually tells you which version you're running. If you scroll down, he mentions that Ubuntu 16.04 is pretty old. I'm young and hip. So you're actually going to be installing Ubuntu 16.04, which is called Xenial, I believe. It's right over here somewhere. Xenial. So keep that in mind when you're installing Crouton. He may change it to something else over time. This is 2022. I've tried Xenial, and it was perfectly fine. It's a little choppy. You can try other Crouton. Other Linux flavors or Linux versions. Sorry, I'm not an expert. This is coming from a regular person who's not a Linux expert. So the way you can check which versions are available is after you've installed. If you go over here, the thing that I used was over here, usage and examples. I think once you copy the installer, this step, into here, you can check which versions of Crouton you have available to install. So if you do crouton-r list, it'll tell you all the different versions of Linux that you can install. And again, I said I tried Debian also, or maybe I haven't, but I tried Debian, and I actually preferred using it because on mine, using Ubuntu, the default one, was a little choppy. There is a slight workaround for that. So these are the names that you can run. If you want to see what version of Linux version that you're currently running, you can go into this file directory, user local chroots, and do an ls, and that'll tell you what you currently have installed in terms of Linux versions. Or you could run the sudo command. You could run the sudo command, sudo edit chroot. If you run that, it'll list the same thing. And going back to this tutorial example under usage over here, when you run sudo crouton-t xfce, if you scroll down, he mentions just add the R parameter and the distro you want to use. So you can see I installed Bullseye, right? So all you're doing is to install it, you're running this command. You're running the install command, then adding -r, and then the name of the distro you want to run. So, or the Linux version you want to run. Sorry, I'm messing up all this terminology, but let's say I want to do Bullseye. So this would be one way you can install Bullseye. And finally, if you need to delete it, on the GitHub site, it even mentions how to delete it, and so you just have to run the command for delete. Where is it? Over here. Sudo delete chroot and the name of the chroot you want to delete. So how about I do that? Today I'm going to delete, what's it called? this one, and I'm going to try reinstalling the default. So this would be how you can install. And you can see I've already installed Bullseye. So I'm going to go ahead and delete Bullseye. And it's really quick. It deletes it pretty quickly. Yes. And if I go into File Explorer, let me check over here. I'm slowly gaining my, what do you call it, storage back. So now if I ls or do the sudo command, no edit chroot a, there's no more Crouton Linux installed into here. So again, if you want to install it, this is the over here. Just look for usage and examples. This is the install command. And I just need to do -r and I can install any one of these versions. Again, look, if it has an exclamation at the end of it, it's not that great. They say it should be avoided, and if it has a star, it's unsupported. So like Impish is unsupported. I could try Bookworm or Buster. Today I'm going to just reset my my Chromebook right now. That's it. Have a good one.